Hello everyone, I am the Honest Hierophant, and in today's video we are doing a pick a card reading for messages that you need to hear right now from your angels. Honestly, for today's video I have 3 selected oracle cards for each pile. For pile number 1 we have the commitment card with a piece of Angelite. The zodiacs associated with Angelite is Aquarius. If you also want to choose by the deck that will be used in this pile, it'll be the Angel Wisdom Tarot. For pile number 2, we have the Confidence card with a piece of Opalite underneath it. The zodiacs associated with Opalite is Cancer and Libra. And the tarot deck I'll be using for pile number 2 is the Crystal Visions Tarot. And then for pile number 3, we have the Boundaries card with a piece of Quartz underneath it. The zodiacs associated with the Quartz is all zodiacs. And the tarot deck that I'll be using with pile number 3 is the Guardian Angel Messages. The zodiacs associated with the crystals are just to help clarify anybody that is being indecisive with their pile selection. There will also be spiritual properties of each crystal down below in the description as well to help you choose your pile if necessary. But feel free to choose your pile now and jump to the timestamp in the description. Hello my pile number 1s, welcome into your section of the video. Whether you have chosen the commitment card, the Angelite tumble, or the Angel Wisdom Tarot, welcome into your section of the video. Let's go ahead and read what the card says on top of it. It says, commitment. My thoughts, actions, words, and deeds support my commitment. The angels ask you to evaluate your commitments to others carefully as you enter this new phase. Get rid of anything that weighs down your spirit. This can mean leaving draining jobs, commitments, or habits behind. Very powerful card. We'll leave this here to the side. We are trying to figure out what advice, guidance, messages is your angel trying to tell you at this moment in time. And this seems like a very strong topic starting off. We're going to dive deeper with the tarot cards to figure out if there is any extra messages along with this card that you need to understand. Let's go ahead and figure out, what is this really referring to? What is the general gist of what this card signifies here? We got the Knight of Cups. And we got a Queen of Wands in reverse here, starting out. So it seems like to me that with this pairing here, that it almost seems like you are putting your own needs last, and maybe you are putting other needs for other people before your own. It almost seems like the commitment to obtaining healthy relations with other people, even if it comes at your own expense, if you're, going above and beyond, it seems like this is becoming a trend for you to want to keep these people into your life, want to keep these people strong and happy and doing the right things for you, hopefully in return at some point. But it almost seems like you are doing this kind of blindly. Maybe you are a people pleaser. Maybe you are someone that just wants to keep connections around you. And it almost seems like you're doing it from your heart space because you are a good person, but you are also not caring for yourself enough to understand how poorly these commitments could be to these people. Let's see if we can get more of a bigger picture here about what this entails. What is this talking about for pile number 1 when it means that they are being a people pleaser, or they're putting their needs last, they're prioritizing their self last? We got the Ace of Wands. Got the Six of Pentacles. And we've got the Awakening card, which is the Hanged Man. So this is really powerful energy so far that is coming out of these cards, and it's really showcasing to me that maybe you are lacking commitment to yourself. Maybe there is unhealthy boundaries. I know that the boundaries card is pile number 3. Maybe for you, pile number 1, maybe you will also resonate with some details from the boundaries card for pile number 3. Maybe that is something to look into. But it seems to me that maybe you have a lack of boundaries. Maybe you are willing to give away a lot of your good energy, a lot of your good potential, to the point where you are willing to handicap yourself, willing to put yourself into a wheelchair here, where you are just providing so much of your energy to other resources that maybe you haven't even realized yet that that might be the problem to what you are trying to do for yourself. Maybe you're not realizing that at your expense of putting out this energy, you are not able to have enough energy for yourself to do the things that you want to do, whether that's even simple things like cleaning the house or cleaning your car or doing errands. You know, like you're neglecting a lot of things for yourself. I mean, it could even be to a point where you are neglecting going to the grocery store to have bread and eggs for breakfast in the next morning, and then you end up going without breakfast to start your day off for work or whatever you do for your day routine. And you are neglecting a lot of things in your life, and you're not getting the upper advantage. You're not seeing how wrecked that your life might actually be with the lack of energy that you have for yourself. And you obviously, as all humans do, want things in life. You want to be able to create things to go well in your life, whether, that's finding romance or finding a great job for yourself or doing something like a calling for yourself. You're not able to have energy to put to that. And I'm sure you're seeing the results of your actions. I'm sure you're seeing that things are not going well for you in that regards of being able to create great things for yourself. And that's because you're the Queen of Wands in reverse. You don't have enough energy to be capable of doing the things that you're requesting yourself to have or to do. You have the ability to do these things, but you just don't have the energy reserve to be able to put into the things that you're capable of doing. It's like asking a marathon runner to go run a marathon on 2 hours of sleep or 1 hour of sleep. They just don't have the energy to do it because they're so tired, they're so drained, they're so sleepy. You know what I mean? So you got to have enough energy resource to be able to do the right things for you, to be able to create the right things for you. You're creating out of a lower vibration because you just do not have enough energy for you. Let's see here. Where are they giving away this energy to? Where's pile number 1 giving away this energy? Let's see if we can get some clarification. Maybe it's not everything. Maybe you're doing some things right with your energy, but let's just see what the harmful things are that you're doing with your energy. We got the Empress. We got the Ace of Swords. We got the Nine of Pentacles. And then lastly, we got the Five of Swords. Trying to make these cards look a little pretty for you guys. All right. That's probably the best I can do without wasting a lot of time. So we got the Empress, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So this is really interesting to me because obviously we know that you are trying to take care of people. You're trying to take care of people's emotions. Maybe you're putting other people's emotions first. That's why we have the Knight of Cups as the listed card from where we began. That all makes sense, right? But it seems like you're putting other people's emotions first. You're making sure they're cared for. You're making sure they're not sad. You're making sure they have a place to vent. You're taking on a lot of people's emotions. You might even be an empath of some sort. You might be taking on people's emotions without even realizing that you are. So that in return lowers your vibrations. That in return gives that good energy away to these people that need to be able to find it on their own. Yes, you can pray for people. Yes, you can try to manifest for people to try to better themselves. But just giving away your energy without realizing it isn't very helpful, right? And it seems like you also give away a lot of your energy whenever you get into confrontations. I feel like anger, dispute, having battles with people all the time where maybe you have like angry parents or an ex or just somebody that you, maybe even a best friend that you constantly just have arguments with or bickerings with. If you continue to have these arguments, and this could even be work related as well. We got the Nine of Pentacles here where you're, constantly providing a lot of your capabilities and your work ethic and everything like that. Maybe you're arguing with a boss a lot, or maybe you're arguing with a coworker a lot. There's a lot of anger here that gets spouted out. You're using a lot of your energy towards these things. Anything that you get angry towards needs to be cut out of your life. You need to find some way to resolve these angers that are useless for you. It doesn't accomplish anything. I'm sure you could probably look back at all the arguments, all the fights, everything like that. How many times have you won these arguments? How many times have you got what you wanted out of these arguments? How many times has the arguments led to something good or to a resolve? It's probably not been a whole lot. You're probably just as stuck as where you were before when you have started these arguments. It's not fun. And I think you really need to realize that these are not beneficial to you at all, and you're wasting your energy away to these arguments, to this anger, to this lower vibrational energy. And for the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like this energy really doesn't really make sense to me. But the only thing that it does make sense to me for is the fact that maybe you are taking on a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you are telling people, oh, I can do that for you. Oh, I can do that for you. Maybe you're like a handy person and you can do a lot of handy things. And every time someone has a problem, maybe you feel like you are the one that is the problem solver or is the handy person to be able to help these people. Maybe you indebt yourself to a lot of things at a lot of times. Maybe your work schedule is like super busy. And then all of a sudden you have a lot of side hustles or a lot of side things that you've got to do that you have indebted yourself to, that you have told people that you're committed to helping them. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling here. And maybe you need to do less of that. Maybe you need to understand that you doing more for other people means you're doing less for you, especially if you're exerting a lot of your energy and getting into more low vibrational standards for yourself. And that's not healthy at all. So understanding these points of interest here, knowing that these are things that you need to work on or cut out or to doctor up and fix, this is something that you need to realize, pile number one. These commitments to these things are very unhealthy. So let's try to pull another card here, another oracle card. What would be some good, healthy commitments for Pile number 1. What do they need to do in these scenarios? Maybe we need advice here. What advice do they need to hear? Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I think this is going to be more so advice. So we've got this transform card. This fell out. I'm going to read this really quick before I put it back onto the screen. It says, transform. All things in life change, and I adapt willingly and easily. The angels want you to know that you are now coming full circle. You are ready to move on to the next stage of your life. But that doesn't mean you have to forget the past completely. All of these experiences that have led up to this point have equipped you with the tools to move forward. That is very, very interesting. I feel like a lot of these tendencies that we have talked about so far are more so like very youthful type of energies. I kind of feel like these youthful energies are, like I said, youthful, but I think they're coming from like a young kid or a teenager or young adult, where maybe some of these things that you are doing currently have worked very well for you in the past, has fulfilled you, has really gave you the tools and necessities. Maybe the things that you're doing now have returned back to you with things that you have needed, whether it's help or money or just extra benefits, gifts, things of that nature. Maybe you have in return gotten things for your behaviors or for the things that you've done. But now it seems like the well has kind of ran dry a little bit, where now that you're doing these things, now that you're overcommitting to things that aren't really meant for you anymore, you're not receiving anything at all except for hurtful, lower vibrational energy that you're not capable of using to benefit you or to do things that you're wanting to create. So let's see, what does pile number 1 need to transform into? What does this mean here? Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles. And we got the 2 of Swords. So, that to me means that obviously things, like I said, that have worked in the past is no longer working for you. It's no longer pushing you towards what you're looking for. It's no longer helping you in creating a future for yourself. Because it's not creating a future for yourself, you're creating a future for other people. So this cycle has been completed for you, just like it said in the transform card. You're ready to move on. But you were kind of stuck in this crossroads of like not knowing whether it's time to transition or whether it's time to not. Yes, you have made it to a point where you cannot go any further on this path, so you've got to convert. Or you're just going to be stuck doing the same things over and over and over again and still being indecisive of whether you need to move to the next path. You've got to move over. You've got to continue to grow. It's almost like if you are very young, and obviously we all know that younger people, kids, have a lower maturity level. And then it's like you're growing, you get to like 14 or 16, and your maturity level is like a 16-year-old, but you don't move over to the next path, so your maturity level is a 16-year-old, and then 15, 14 years later, you're a 30-year-old, and you still have the maturity level of a 16-year-old. You've not chosen the path to move over, so that way your maturity level continues to grow with your age. It's basically the same concept here. If you continue to do the same things over and over again, you're going to get the same results. You're going to be that same person in the long run here, and nothing ever changes. And that is not healthy for you. So it's better to be indecisive, or it's better to not be indecisive and be decisive of what you want, of what you see clearly for your future, and act on that. Do the things that you need to do to bring those things in. That also means changing up your techniques, changing up the way you handle other people, changing up how much time you give to other people, and give more time for yourself. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you're prioritizing yourself first and your future first. These are the things that you need to do to be able to be committed to yourself and the healthier things into your life. What are some good, healthy things for pile number 1 that they should turn their commitment to? What are some good, helpful things right now that pile number 1 needs to turn their commitment to? We've got the King of Wands. Okay. We got the Dreamer, which is the Fool card. We have the 9 of Swords. So, this 9 of Swords card, I immediately did not resonate with like the actual meaning of the 9 of Swords. It caught me in attention of being like, okay, this person needs more rest. This person needs to take care of their rest routine. You need to be more adaptable to getting the rest that you need. So if you have a really long, hard day, maybe the next day you need to rest a little bit longer than you normally do. Or maybe you have a really long, hard day one day, the next day, maybe make it an easier day for yourself. So that way there's a balance. So that way you're taking care of your body, your mental state. Your mind matters a lot. Your energy matters a lot. You got to revamp your energy. Rest more when work gets harder for you. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Nutrition is also something that needs to be taken care of. Maybe if you are eating less, maybe you need to eat more. If you're trying to like save money or cut costs or something like that, that's not something that needs to be neglected for yourself. Prioritize your meals as much as you can. For the King of Wands, it almost seems like that is a really great pairing for the Fool card here, because you're starting on a new path. If you take this advice, if you take this information as you want, you have got to walk the path with your nobility. You've got to walk the path with your own power. You got to have the power for yourself and not give it away to other people. Lock in your power. Lock in what you know is the truth for what you want in life, and allow yourself to walk towards that destination. Give your energy to that. Along this path, you will be able to give energy to other people that are meant to help you, that are meant to encourage you, that are meant to be healthy. You've got to look at how you can better your relationships around you to make you a better person, to make your life easier. You can have healthy relationships with people, friends, family, everything like that, but it all starts with your own power and how you want to execute it. You've got to learn these problems and learn these things that you have dealt with and use that power to execute these plans that you have in your mind. All right, let's see here. What would be another good question to ask really quick? Let's just ask what the overall outcome is for you, pile number 1. What is the overall outcome for pile number 1? We got the Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're, obviously going to be more like in a good energy, of course. You're going to be more like pure, more energetic, more innocent, more love and light type of energy, high vibrational type of energy. You're going to be more empowered to follow your passions, to follow your goals, to be more energetic. You're going to have a lot more energy after doing these changes. If you do, in fact, make these changes, you're going to be eliminating any harsh realities, any harsh conditions that you're in. You're going to be making that space. You're going to be moving away from harmful energies, harmful people, harmful conditions, and you're going to find yourself maybe working a bit harder, but you are also going to be attracting the people that are supposed to help you along this journey. You're going to be making room for people that can come along and be like, hey, you need somebody with a good soul and someone that can, point you in the right direction with good advice and listen to your problems. Like, here I am. You're going to be attracting these type of people. You're going to be attracting the people that are going to help you towards the goals, lift you up, lift you higher, give you that good high vibrational energy that you should be attracting, and you will get that. There's going to be a lot of good changes and a lot of good movement by making these simple changes. So for the final card pulls, we're going to do 3 more tarot cards and 1 more oracle, and we're going to ask the final question: if there is certain people that your angels want you to stay away from. Is there certain people that pile number 1 needs to stay away from? We got the Magician. Got the King of Cups. And we've got the Devil. All right. These are, I'm going to be honest, these are some powerful energies, and I don't know how you're dealing with this right now. I mean, this could all be the same person. This could all be different people. This could just be 2 people. Like, it seems like there is definitely people that pour out their feelings to you. There's probably like one person that pours out their feelings, that pours out their resources, that seems to just talk at you versus talking with you. And they just pour all their energy onto you. They really, this is realistically how it goes, right? They have lower vibrational energy. They're dealing with it. And then whenever they get to talk to you, it's almost like they're swapping with you. Hey, here's the load of lower vibrational energy. And just because you're here, I'm taking your positive energy and walking away with it. So if you have someone that just dumps everything onto you and doesn't really fix things, or doesn't really listen to your advice, or doesn't really care about your feelings, like they just go on an hour rant about what they're dealing with and what they're doing in life, and then they don't listen to you, then that's somebody that is using you. So maybe that is somebody that you need to look away from. For the Magician, I feel like there is somebody that might be acting like they know what's best for you, and they are behind the scenes trying to manifest some way for you to, or if they're religious, maybe they're praying for you to do something differently with what you're projecting yourself to do. And they are not really helping you. They're honestly distracting you, or they're just like not being pure with your energy. And it's being very harmful right now. Someone that maybe is really close to you, that maybe you tell your secrets to, be careful who you tell your secrets to. That's all I got to say about that one. And then for the Ego Death card, I feel like this person is somebody, like I said, I was picking up on an X energy before. Maybe you're dealing with an X, and I think you need to maybe do a cud? Hello? Words are hard. A cord cutting might be something that you need to do, or maybe you just need to break away from this person that seems to be crazy, egotistical, someone that really wants to drag you down and give you this low vibrational energy. Maybe it's more so about the communication part, or maybe it's just protecting yourself from their words and not letting their words get you down as much. And just don't listen to the words. There's definitely something differently that you can do with this person that would benefit you tremendously. Maybe it's just empowering yourself enough to not really listen to what they have to say, or something along the lines of that. And then lastly, let's get into one last oracle here. Any last thing that pile number 1's angels need to say to them? What does pile number 1's angels need to say to them for one last message here? All right. We've got the Courage card. And it says, "My bravery increases with each step in the right direction. The angels remind you that you become more confident and courageous by facing your fears daily. Each time that you face fear, it slowly begins to wither away. And as a result, you start to grow into the courageous person you're meant to become." So, with that being said, I think that's some good advice there for you, pile number one. I honestly think that you need to realize that this is not going to be a quick change. There's changes that you're going to have to make periodically throughout these upcoming weeks, upcoming months. It might even take a year for you to get all these changes worked out. But you got to start taking a step into the right direction of doing what's best for you, prioritizing yourself, and growing with this energy. It all makes sense. It all makes sense for you to just continue to pursue your own good energies, your own good vibrations, and using them to do what's best for you. Work for you and your advantage. There's a reason why they are your energies. Prioritize the better things for yourself, even if it seems hard, even if it seems neglectful for other people. You are not supposed to be taking on other people's feelings or hurt energies. I say this all the time to people. People are like, well, what about if they can't do certain things without me? Well, yeah, they can't. And they still won't. But if they really want something done or accomplished or fulfilled, they will find someone else just as easily to do it. It doesn't have to be you. And I say this all the time to everybody. It doesn't have to be you. So that should not be a guilt trip. That should not be a guilt card that they use on you. You're better than that. You don't have to face that reality. Just avoid that subconscious feeling that you have to owe somebody something. It shouldn't work that way. But either way, you've got this pile number one. I love you all so much. If you have any questions about the reading, drop them down in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer anything that you might be doubting or misunderstanding. And I hope to catch you in the next reading. Take care. Hello, my pile number twos. Welcome into your section of the video. Whether you have chosen the Confidence card, the Opalite crystal, or the Crystal Visions tarot deck, welcome into your section of the video. So great to have you here. Let's go ahead and read what this card has on it. We're trying to figure out what messages or advice you need to hear from your angels right now. The card that was selected is Confidence. When I set my mind on something, I won't stop until I reach it. If you lack confidence in making a decision, the angels send you positive energies to boost your confidence level. They let you know that support and encouragement are available to you as you continue to strive toward fulfilling your higher purpose. Very, very powerful card. That's exciting for you, pile number two. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot, and we're going to try to figure out what exactly is this signifying here. To me, it seems like even if you are going through some things, or maybe you are having this lack of confidence, what you're currently doing right now is you are attracting this to you. Pile number two. You are attracting great confidence to you, things and resources to help lift you up. Let's see, the King of Pentacles is the first card here. And the Justice. Yeah, exactly. You are confident. Maybe you are not confident in your mind just yet, but you are putting things in motion. You have manifested, you have done things, there's actions you have taken, there's positions that you have put yourself in, that you have the ability to just sit where you're at and accept what is coming to you. You are accepting this confidence. You are accepting these treasures, these opportunities, these resources that are going to fill up your confidence. It almost seems like the more steps you take forward, the more you're going to realize what is meant for you, what is meant to help you, and what is meant to be on your journey for you. It is that simple. You'll understand what is right from wrong pretty easily. And that comes from confidence. Let's see if we can get any more details about what exactly this signifies. What is this leading to? You got the Lover's card. You got the Six of Swords. And we got the Seven of Swords. Right. This makes a lot of sense. Like I said, you were being casted towards a certain path, right? You were walking a certain path, a path that I think you had either been led to by your angels, or a path that you have seen that has caught your attention, that was like a lit up neon light sign that's like pointing, come here, like walk this path. You're going to love it. And it shows. You have the confidence to make these choices because you know what feels right, even if you don't really know. Like you know what feels right. You know what feels good to your heart space. You know what feels like what a good romantic relationship feels like to you. That's kind of like how you're symbolically choosing these options. You're understanding what fills up your heart space, what fills up your energy like a good loving relationship does. And you know what's harmful. You know what's negative. You know what kind of negative, low vibrational energy feels like as well. You know your energies. You know what choices need to be made here. And you have no hesitation to making these choices. You might wonder still, like all humans do, we still have that tendency to wonder if we are making the right choices. You still have that tendency. That's perfectly normal. Don't ever think that it's not normal. But usually your first instinct, your first assumption of choosing something is usually the right choice for you. You really know what it is that is going on. You know the elements behind it. You know what the energy feels like. You know when to go towards it, and you know when to stay away from it. It's pretty self-explanatory. What kind of tools and resources is coming towards pile number 2 to help them become more confident, to help them see the direction of the path that they're supposed to continue to walk towards? What tools and resources are coming towards pile number 2? We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. And we've got the Nine of Wands. So, it seems like around the pentacle it goes, there's different parts of the points that you kind of have to make tricky decisions for. What is the right thing to do? What is the wrong thing to do? The right thing obviously will pay off. The right thing will obviously amplify your energies. The wrong thing will teach you a lesson, to teach you how to overcome the problem, to teach you how to make the right choice the next time. It's not something that is harmful. It is not something that is negative, really. I mean, obviously there could be negative things that happen, but ultimately I don't think it's going to affect you negatively. I just feel like the resource here with the Nine of Wands is whatever happens that keeps you still or keeps you from going forward or walking kind of like a barrier or kind of like an obstacle. It's a lesson to help elevate you to make the right choice the next time, to help perfect the system that you're working on. You working hard, you continuously to work hard, will provide you an evolution of who you are. It will provide you the confidence. It will provide you a perfection of the system. You are fighting your demons, you're fighting the lions, you're fighting, the energies of working through problems and working through obstacles. But eventually you're going to come to this really confident point in your life where you don't have to fight the lions. You can just tame them. Like the Nine of Pentacles shows this lady being very aware and confident with the tiger beside her, you have tamed these creatures, you have tamed these animals, these beasts, and you perfect the system. You allow these energies to work for you, and you are capable of doing that for yourself when it comes to this confidence. These tools and these assets are not to hurt you. They're not to make you question if you're doing the right thing or not. They're there for you to help perfect the system that you're currently working on or working towards. And it's going to elevate your game. It's going to elevate your system. It's going to elevate your destiny, where you're going. You have goals and ambitions and an end goal in mind of how you want things to be, but it can be that much better when you're learning all these things. These harmful things are not to lower your confidence. It's to boost your confidence when you get to that point where you have perfected the system. These tools and resources are coming to you in many different forms, even if it doesn't look like it. Once you overcome something and you're going to face that again, you're going to face it with confidence. So these confidence feelings are coming to you through many different forms. Keep working hard, keep working diligently, keep working with your nose down, and focus on the goal at hand, and you'll be fine. You don't have anything to worry about. Just don't give up. Do not give up, pile number 2, on what you're currently working for. Let's see if I can pull another oracle here. Any sort of advice or anything else that pile number 2 needs to know? All right, getting a lot of energy here. We got the card of creativity. This card says, divine inspiration strikes at the most wonderful times. The angels remind you that the more you believe in your abilities and let your creative impulses out, the better artist you become. You start to feel more alive and powerful as you allow new wonderful ideas into your mind. Very, very powerful there. I really see the beauty in that card for you, pile number 2. The more that you continue to go through these challenges and these obstacles, the more it's going to get your mind racing. It gets you into that thinking outside the box type of mentality. There's a word for this. It's critical thinking skills. Yes, that's the word. Critical thinking. You're going to get more into a critical thinking type of mentality, and you're going to be able to overcome anything that steps into your way. With this critical thinking mentality, it creates more creativity for you. It makes you perfect the system like we were talking about before. And it also allows you to have more fun with it as well. So it's less work, more fun, and it's an equal balance and exchange of both. Let's see if I can get more information on what this creativity card means. We got the 2 of Wands, and we got the Ace of Swords here. Very interesting. I feel like this is pretty much asking you to take action on different ideas. You know, let yourself be open and available to try new things, to adventure a little bit, to really stretch your imagination. Allow your imagination to stretch. Allow yourself to be able to expand, and allow new energies and new passions and new creativity to flutter into your mind and to give you the stimulation of being able to create what it is your heart desires. Many different things are going to come to you to help you, but you've got to be able to access the same wavelengths. You got to access the same energies. You've got to be a little bit more open-minded and free-flowing for things to really, really work for yourself. You can't be hard and stagnant thinking that things have got to be a particular way. You've got to let things flow into your crown chakra to be able to illuminate the right path. It's almost like kind of like the headlamps that you see like miners wear or construction people wear. You know, like having your crown chakra be that headlamp for you to be able to illuminate the path in front of you is the perfect thing for you. Allow good creative energies, allow good free-flowing energies to be in your crown chakra, your mind space, and allow things to come to you naturally. Do not turn things away because of your stubbornness or your lack of room for expansion. Be able to expand, be able to grow. Everything's a learning process. Is there any other extra details about what things could be coming to pile number 2 to expand their crown, to expand their creativity? We've got the World. We've got the Page of Cups. And then the Two of Swords. I feel like there's going to be things that are going to be challenging for you. There's going to be things that are going to come to you that you're really unsure about, and you're going to be like, wait a minute, does that even fit into like what I'm trying to work on? But it does. And it's for you to take those challenges of whether it's a fitting puzzle piece or not, and it's for you to kind of carve those ideas, those mixed energies, carve it into the perfect puzzle piece that matches your puzzle. It doesn't have to come as the perfect puzzle piece, but you can make it into the perfect puzzle piece. And that's the challenge for you, to use those critical thinking skills to make it into what you're supposed to make it into. It is good, helpful resources, but it's not just going to be a plug and play type deal. And you've got to be able to use your creative energies, your free-flowing, heartfelt energies towards it. Don't just shun it away. Be able to use your divine feminine creative energy to take it in, to really doctor it up, baby it, make it yours, and then let it expand and grow into what it is to help you. It's going to evolve and make it into bigger and better for you. You're going to expand to something bigger and better than what you even anticipated it to be. You might take a size 1 dream and turn it into a size 10 dream by the end of what everything is all said and done. You're going to have such better success and such bigger dreams than you ever really thought could be there. Bigger and better things are on the way for you to be able to evolve into this. Pile number 2. Let's see here. Any last concerns or things that pile number 2 needs to know about their creative energies? You got the 6 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Page of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of misinterpretation for you. And this is something that you've got to own up to. Pile number 2. You may not see it now, but maybe whenever you process all this information, maybe you'll see it at some point. But a lot of the things that you feel are a threat, a lot of the things that you see are condemning you, a lot of the things that you see are diminishing your lack or diminishing your creativity, not the lack of creativity. You have creativity, but diminishing the creativity of yourself, you deem as a threat. But you got to flip that around. Like I was saying about the puzzle piece, you've got to be able to see it clearly for what it is. It's a helpful tool to help evolve you, to help bring justice to your mindset of seeing things as helpful and seeing things as a resource for you to better yourself, to amplify your goals, to amplify your dreams, as a stepping stone for you to get closer to your path and your goals. I feel like there is a shadow aspect here that maybe you are dealing with, that maybe in the past you've had people come to you and give you these mixed energies that were never helpful in the first place, and they ended up coming as maybe, poor judgments or negative comments or something along the line of that. And it was just very harmful energies, and maybe you just view things as that now. You see these things as the same harmful energies that are not trying to get the best out of you. They're trying to hurt you. But that's something that you need to overcome, is that maybe even if they come within the same forms, it's for you to decide what to do with it. Is it or is it not? You got to look deeper. You got to see it in more of a clear, clean mindset. And if it is, then you know how to deal with it. If it isn't, which more than likely it isn't, you've got to use it as a resource and create it. Things are coming to you to help you. Pile number 2. And it's going to boost up your efforts to help you get to where you're wanting to be faster. All right, let's see if I can pull any cards for the conclusion of this message. Is there anything that pile number 2 needs to hear from their angels at this moment? And then we'll pull an oracle card as well. What does pile number 2 need to hear? Got the 10 of Cups. 10 of Wands. Can we get another 10? No, we got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, stay passionate, stay diligent. The hard times will turn into abundance. It's not over. It's just to that tipping point right now where you are really getting a clearer mind, maybe even through this message, you're getting a clearer mind of what you need to do with certain energies, how to handle certain energies, really how to overcome some of the misconceptions and some of the hidden energies that you've not dealt with before to really help evolve you into this abundance, to really be fulfilled and accept this fulfilling energy. And good things are on its way. Good things are on your side. You don't have anything really to worry about. I don't feel anything negative or harmful around with your energy. It all feels pretty good right now for you, pile number 2. So don't neglect that fact. Things are on your side. Things are helping you. Just look at it as a great resource to help you fulfill your passions, to help amplify your passions, and people support you. Let's see if I can pull one last oracle card for you, pile number 2, for what your angels might want to tell you as a send-off message. We got the Joy card. Nice. That's what it says. When I feel happy, I manifest more reasons to be happy. This angel reminds you that when we choose happy thoughts and set intentions to live joyfully, we are setting ourselves up for success and contentment in all areas of life. So yes, just like I said before, shaping that resource into a perfect puzzle piece to help you creates that joy. And then that joy amplifies itself to attract more joy and to attract more abundance for you and to create more of a positive energy around what it is that you're creating. And things will just fulfill you and amplify you. And you're going to really create more of a high vibrational energy around you to protect you from anything that could be harmful, and also to use it to grow other things in your life. Pile number 2. Things are looking up. Things are looking great for you at this moment. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this message resonates. If you have any sort of concerns or questions about the reading, comment down below. I'll be sure to answer them. I also hope to catch you on the next reading. Take care. Hello, my pile number 3s. Welcome into your section of the video. Whether you have chosen the Boundaries Oracle card, or whether you have chosen the Quartz or the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, welcome into your section of the video. So glad to have you here. We're trying to figure out what advice or messages you need to hear from your angels currently. Let's go ahead and read what the caption is on this Boundaries card. It says, I am worthy and deserving of setting and maintaining boundaries that serve me. The angels want you to remember, if you keep prioritizing the needs of others and ignoring your own, then things might fall apart. For once, love yourself and do things that please you no matter what others might say. Very interesting energy here. So I'm feeling kind of like the concept here of, maybe fearing judgment of others, maybe really not walking forward into the path that you feel called to. Maybe this could be something about spirituality and what you need to do with it. Maybe you fear that people will judge you for being spiritual and not religious and things of that nature. Or maybe you are afraid to, like how this girl in this card has white hair. She seems like a younger angel. She's not an old angel to have white hair, but it seems like she may have dyed her hair white. Maybe you're afraid to take on things that benefit you or that make you happy because of fear of judgment of other people, just as simple as maybe like dyeing your hair a different color, or maybe painting your fingernails a wild color, or something that makes you feel alive, something that makes you feel like you are expressing yourself. Maybe you're too afraid of understanding what other people don't need to really even care about. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot cards here. What is this boundaries card talking about? What do we need to know about it? What is going on with pile number 3? We have the 8 of Cups. And we have the World. So you can see here that this person is obviously walking this path, genuinely walking away from something. Maybe they are walking away from themselves. Maybe they are not really sure why they are walking this path, because maybe someone else has casted them towards this path that is very unhelpful for them. But it seems like this angel is trying to intervene here. You see how this angel is kind of stepping in front of this person and stepping in front of this path that they are walking. They're like, hold on a minute. Like, do you realize that you're walking away from your true identity? Do you realize you're walking away from your true self? You need to really invest into looking inwards and finding what it is that completes you, what it is that makes you feel alive and satisfied and excited and things of that nature. Maybe you do not have strong enough boundaries here that are set up for you to really not focus on what other people are saying or what other people are doing or even caring about. Like, you realize that you live within inside your body. You live within inside your mind. You are the only soul that is inside of this body. It's only you. Yes, there's people around you, but they have to realize the same concept as well, that they are the only person that's inside their body. They should only be worried about what their body is doing and how things are affected. If people are casting judgment towards you for things that you feel like you should do, whether that's dyeing your hair a crazy color, expressing yourself in creative ways, or just doing things that doesn't seem normal, means that they are, in fact, disappointed in themselves. They're insecure for themselves because maybe they don't do that in a certain way. And I think that's something that you have got to see clearly as well, is that you have the freedom to express yourself, pile number 3. And I think you should. Let's see if I can pull any extra cards of what pile number 3 is neglecting here in terms of boundaries. Got the 5 of Swords, Page of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. So it seems like you are accepting a lot of other people's say-so, other people's energies, other people's directions. You have opened yourself up to following orders, following directions, maybe even from parental figures, maybe following like a person at work, like a supervisor or an employer or something like that. Maybe they are telling you that it's misconduct if you paint your fingernails or something crazy like that. You know, like, I just feel like you're following instructions and opening yourself up to possibilities of just listening to how people are directing for you to live your life versus you doing things on your own, you seeing yourself in the mirror as who you want to see yourself in it as the mirror, and really shooting for things that you relatively want, that you feel is part of your self-purpose, or you feel is your dreams or desires or anything like that. I feel like you're accepting too much information from other people of how you should do things, how you should live. And it's creating a lot of clutter in yourself. It's creating a lot of misconceptions. You're being overruled by someone that's not even you. But you have the strength and you have the boundaries to be able to set to avoid this kind of issue that you're facing. To be able to really energize yourself with your own energy to do the things that you want to do or want to set out to do. Let's see here. Let's try to figure out how you can resolve these terrible boundaries that you're dealing with. How can pile number 3 change these boundaries? You got the Lover's card. Got the 4 of Wands. Got the Magician. And we got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So realistically, you got to treat yourself like you love yourself. Obviously, you got to prioritize your thoughts and your feelings. Kind of like how you would prioritize the thoughts and feelings of someone that you would be in a relationship with. Like, let's just say, for example, if you were a male figure that, or even just the masculine figure of a relationship, that you are the protector, right? And your co-partner is in danger and you need to save them. How would you do that? What energies would you use? What mindset would you be in? And take those energies and those feelings and turn them into yourself. How would you protect yourself? How would you combat any energies to protect yourself if you were in a relationship with yourself? And that's kind of the mindset that you need to get in. That's kind of the boundaries that you need to set for yourself. Because obviously you do have goals. Obviously you do have visions for yourself, for your future. Obviously you want to create these things. But you've got to really work with the information that you are getting and know that you're fully capable of utilizing this information and utilizing these step-by-step processes to overcome these challenges that you're facing, so that way you can actually do the things that you want to set yourself out to do. You're fully capable of doing it, pile number 3. You've just got to really prioritize yourself. You got to take your relationship with yourself very seriously, as if like you were actually in a relationship with somebody else. Use that same concept, even a step further. How would you protect yourself, or not yourself, but how would you protect your inner child if they were actually a child of your own? How would you protect your child? And use that same energy to protect your inner child, protect yourself, and allow that to be amplified. Protect it. Fight against any of the negative energies, the demons that are trying to drag down the potential of your child. You don't want that to happen. So you've got to stand in the way and protect it. You've got the courage, you've got the ability, you've got the assets to be able to do these things. You just got to initiate it. You've got to put it forward to good use. And you can overcome this pretty easily just by stepping in the way of the things that are trying to harm you. There's too much chatter going on in the mind of fearing of what other people have got to say. But if you're able to change your point of view and take on that chatter with protection, you'll be able to live up to your truest potential that you really, really want it to be. And that'll be beautiful for you. All right, pile number 3. I'm going to pull another oracle card here. What advice needs to be given to pile number 3 to set better boundaries with the people in their life? Okay. We have the Patience card. The Patience card says, it takes time for miracles to happen, and I'm okay with it. The angels remind you that in order to succeed, you must learn how to control your impatience and wait until the right outcome you deserve comes along. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say about this oracle card. I kind of feel like I already know, but I just want the tarot cards to also be there to explain things. We've got the Four of Swords. And we've got the Nine of Swords. So you see how this Four of Swords person is kind of laying amongst nature, probably had a picnic at some point, and they're just really relaxing. They're really taking in, they're really absorbing nature. They got the hippie vibe going on with their tie-dye shirt and the peace sign on front. They are enjoying the meditation. They're enjoying the peace. They're enjoying the recovery. And I think whatever you fear is going to take time. Whatever you are avoiding, conflict, is going to take time to overcome these energies. You have got to be able to be okay with things taking time. If you are dealing with a lot of heavy energies, go into nature, go into a meditation, release these things. Let these things pass you by. Get better control of your mindset. Get better control of the thoughts that you have. Get better control of releasing the energies that you take on from other people, the chatter that you take on from other people, and release it somewhere else. Do not hold on to it. You do not want to blow up. You do not want to get to a point where you're like a volcano and you just explode everywhere with all this negative energy doing that to you. You've got to be in control. You've got to be the one in the driver's seat. You don't want someone to make you do the worst thing possible. You don't want someone to drive you to a point where you can't handle your own company. Things take time. You've got to be patient. You've got to be calm. You've got to be collected. You've got to set foot in the direction of putting things into action for yourself by, making these changes, by speaking up, saying things to these people that need to be said to hopefully start encouraging a change, or maybe even changing a mindset, and continue adapting it, continue working on that mindset for you to be able to change the process of the way you think about what other people have to say. And that will start to evolve. That'll start to grow. That'll start to make differences in your life. But you've got to be patient, calm, cool, and collected, and do it little bits at a time, and it will start to grow into a better energy for you. Let's see, what is the potential of how this is going to go for pile number 3? Got the Nine of Cups, the Awakening card, which is the Hanged Man, and then we got the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like the wishes, the dreams, the happiness, abundance, things of that nature, it has really great potential for you to work this into your life because it's supposed to happen. This is supposed to be part of your journey. You're supposed to receive good things. Doing hard things, doing really difficult challenges leads to a really great abundance, really leads to a great gift for you to receive. Even if it's something that you feel like you can't do, you can, and it will pay off in the end, one way or the other, for the greatest good for you. Do it for the greatest good for yourself. Take a pause, take a reflection, or take time to reflect and utilize it. What things are bothering you? What things are condemning you? And really allow yourself to dish out the right energies to the right things. So that way you have more control of whether you're in good high vibrational energy or bad low vibrational energy. You want to be in good high vibrational energy and allow things to just drip off you like sweat. So that way they don't actually consume you. You can pick and choose what you give your attention to. You can pick and choose what you allow your mind to open your thoughts up to. You can pick and choose what energies come into your system and what don't. Use protection. Use crystal bracelets. Use your intentions. Activate things with your words, and things will work for you. Things will propel you into the right direction. You've got to see it in the way that you're supposed to. Let's see, what things should pile number 3 be walking away from here? Got the Knight of the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So, obviously, there seems to be a motherly nature here that might be controlling, might be somebody that has a really good influence in your life. This is somebody that I feel like you're going to have to stand up to. It could either be a motherly nature or a father figure that has divine feminine energy, things of that nature that seems to have a good influence on you emotionally, seem to be loving you whenever you do the right things their way. You've got to stand up towards this person and tell them, hey, look, I've had enough of this. Like, I live my life the way I'm supposed to, and I want to live my life the way I want to. And it doesn't mean I'm going to be doing bad things. It just means that I want to do things that fulfill me, that serve me, that I feel called to, that I feel like I am fulfilling the world's needs, and become an influencer. Stand up for yourself, combat these issues head on, take on any energies that you feel like are bothering you in your heart space. Take on any energies that you feel like make you feel rushed or make you feel like you do not have control over the things that you want control over. You've got to get back into the driver's seat. You've got to have control over things that mean a lot to you, because your time is worth it. Your energy is worth it. You've only got a limited amount of time in this lifetime for you to do the things that you feel called to do. Why not start now? Eliminate all possible distractions. Eliminate all possible negative energies being shoved towards you, saying, here, do something with this, even though you don't want to do anything with it at all, and be able to use it as a resource when it's not helpful. These are things that you've got to walk away from, or to own up to, or to defend yourself from. And I feel like you being able to do a lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work will help you in this aspect, for you to be able to see things clearly that are not helping you, that are not making you feel like you are you. Own up to your identity, own up to your truest potential, and allow that to be the influence for you to do the things that you need to do for yourself. So for pile number 3, let's see if I can get one last message from the tarot cards, and then I'll pull one more oracle. What does pile number 3 need to hear for this overall ending message? What does pile number 3 need to hear? We've got the King of Swords. We've got the 7 of Wands. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles. There will be a successful outcome for you to really have a balance of how you use your words. It can't be ill will. It can't be impatient. It can't be with negative energy. You've got to use your words in a very positive, reflective way, in a very understanding way. Very soft-spoken, very direct, very sincere, and I feel like it will go a long ways for you when you're using your words in that way. Yes, this is something that is going to take time. Yes, this is something that is going to be hard, but you being able to set up boundaries and you being able to not take no for an answer is going to be the energy that's going to propel you to the outcome that you want. And it can be a very, very successful one. It can be you fulfilling what you feel like you're supposed to do or supposed to be. And you will have a really good energy that way. You'll have a really good life that way. You'll be able to shoot for the potential, shoot for the dreams, shoot for the goals that you want in your life. What last oracle card does the angels for pile number 3 want them to hear or want them to see? What should they know? We've got pay attention. Pay attention card says, each and everything I do is worthy of my time and attention. Do you focus on what's wrong in your life? The angels encourage you to pay close attention to the good stuff. Be grateful for it and celebrate it. What you focus your attention on, wanted or not, is what you become a match for. So set yourself up for success. See what doesn't feel right for you. See what does feel right for you. And allow yourself to open up to that good potential. Allow yourself to open up to that good match. That's who you're supposed to be, pile number 3. And you can be that. There's nobody on this earth that can limit you from being that perfect match besides yourself. You are the only person that stands in the way of your true success and who you truly want to be in this world. So stand up for that. Stand up for your inner child. Stand up for yourself and protect yourself and work for yourself. And all good things will transpire. All good things will come to you in the end result. I love you so much, pile number 3. If you have any questions or concerns about this reading, drop them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to hear from you. Be happy to respond. I hope to catch you in the next reading. Take care.